So some of you may have seen the recent consultation that's been held for SESRO. That's the Southeast Strategic Reservoir option, and it's something that's been proposed obviously for many years. There was a video I put out a few days back, and this is just a build on that. So if you've attended any of these sessions, you'll see that they often provide a lot of documentation. So something like this, quite a thick document, and it takes quite a bit of time to read through it. So what I was hoping today was just to give some brief outlines of what that document contains, a little bit more information about what the reservoir is all about. So the reservoir is about 7 kilometres square, so an area that goes from Marcham in the north, goes all the way over to Steventon on the east, goes right the way down to the railway line on the south, and all the way over to East Hanney on the west. So a size which is equated to sort of Gatwick Airport, quite a large area that is roughly 2 miles by 2 miles. So literally if you stand on one side of the reservoir, you'll look across, and 2 miles away you'll see the banks on the other side. So quite an area, and it's broadly circular, so the shape of it roughly round, sits in that area, and then the rest of the land will be used for facilities that will serve that: pumping stations, pipes, leisure facility and so on. So the whole of the land will be used, and it's going to hold something like 150 billion litres of water. So the walls are going to be somewhere in the region of 25 metres high. That's about the equivalent of an 8-storey property. So you can see the sort of mill that's in the behind me. That's something like 8 metres, maybe 10 metres high. It's going to be twice that height, and I'll give you sort of an indicative view of what that looks like if you were stood on the ground looking at that wall. You're certainly not going to see Didcot anymore, or the power station. It might not be a loss for some, but you know, the views all round will be contained, certainly looking towards the reservoir from wherever you might be, Steventon or Drayton or Hanney. So 25 metre high walls. They will be about 25 metres across the top, so when you're stood on the top of the wall, about 100 metres at the base across the bottom. So you can imagine, to build that wall 7 kilometres round, 25 metres across the top, 100 metres across the bottom, that's going to involve a considerable amount of material. Some of that material will come from site, because there will be a dig down into the reservoir itself. That will equate for some of it. That gets down to the clay level, making sure that the reservoir is going to hold the water. So then the other material is going to be shipped in. This is where for about 2 years, every single day and night, there'll be trains coming in from Wales and elsewhere with aggregate that will be dropped on a sidings that will be built just sort of south of Hanney, down by the railway line. There's also the 12-mile pipe that will be heading towards the Thames, and that will feed in just by column. So there's a lot of off-site development as well that's going to happen here. It's not just the work that will happen if it goes ahead in the sort of Hanney and Steventon area. So there you have it, a brief summary of what's in the pack. There's a lot more. I'll put out some more videos as I get through it. There certainly is a lot of information, and more to come, I'm sure, as we see the consultation proceed. So if you get a chance, go to one of the venues. They're being held. They're not particularly well advertised, but there's a lot of information there, even 3D models that may look something like it. And get your chance to have your say. The consultation closes in January. I'll put the dates up on the video here. It's already open, and strangely being held over Christmas. Odd that. Anyway, if you get a chance, have your say. I'll put another link to how you can feedback online too.